Hi, it's me again from Family Marine. I'm Tom, and I'm continuing with our series of videos on trying to help people determine what's the best boat for them. So today we're going to talk about capacities, person capacities in particular. The reason I want to talk about that is a lot of people come in and they say, well, how big a pontoon do I really need? Well, you know, the answer to that is going to vary dramatically depending on the maximum number of people that you intend to bring with you during a summer's day. Now, I understand that you might not normally bring 10 or 11 people with you. Maybe it's only 2 or 3 or 4. But what's the maximum number that you want to take boating with you? So, I want to use this 22-foot Premier as an example. If you'll notice on the maximum capacity label, it says 11 persons or 1,550 pounds. Now, if you take 11 persons and you divide it into 1,550 pounds, that's an average of 140 pounds per person. Okay? But what if you got a lot of kids? Could you have more than 11 persons on here? The answer is yes, as long as you don't exceed 1,550 pounds. So in other words, could you have 15 people on here? Sure, if they all weighed 100 pounds apiece, but that's pretty unlikely. So legally, yeah, it all depends on the weight of the weight that you have inside the boat. Now, what Water Patrol look for is pretty easy to see when you're driving across the lake and the tubes are practically submerged underneath the water. Your boat's overloaded. Now, with Premier and all of our Manitos, we always do the 25-inch diameter tubes, which gives us the most amount of displacement or capacity. The Coast Guard is who regulates the rules and regulations for the marine industry. There's also the National Marine Manufacturers Association and the Boating Industry Association. So we take Premier, for example, right on that sticker it says NMMA certified. So the Coast Guard has stringent rules and regulations on how to build a boat. Boating industry has more and NMMA has more. They have the most rules and regulations in order to be certified by the boats that are sold in this country. Now, the other thing, Corey, let's take another shot of that, is that you'll notice it says 2,245 pounds, persons, motor, and gear. 2,245 pounds, persons, motor, and gear. Now, if we take a 115 horsepower motor, say a Yamaha 115 four-stroke, that weighs 377 pounds, and let's say we throw in 180 pounds of gas for 30 gallons of gas, and we throw in 100 pounds of a battery, and let's say we throw in 100 pounds of gear. Okay, that's going to be about 1,550 pounds. All right, when we put 11 persons at 140 pounds in here. Now, let's say that we had a 40 horse that only weighs 214 pounds. Could we legally have more people in here as long as the total capacity doesn't exceed 2,245 pounds, persons, motor, and gear? So the rating plate of 11 persons or 1,550 pounds, that's kind of a suggestion where the law, what's hardcore, is 2,245 pounds, persons, motor, and gear. Now, here's a quagmire. Let's say we throw a set of sea legs on here that weigh 350 pounds. Does that rating drop? Of course it does, because we're taking 2,245 pounds, persons, motor, and gear. We're subtracting 350 pounds from that, which leaves us with less capacity, legally. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand it or know that, and they get pulled over because they have sea legs on their boat and they're overloaded. Well, you gotta be a little bit careful of that. That's why it's helpful for us to know how many persons you intend to bring with you, the maximum number of persons, that is, you intend to bring with you on a day. So, how do you determine the proper length for you? Well, that's it. If sometimes people come in here and they say, yeah, we want to put 14, 15, 16 people on a pontoon. Oh, okay. Well, you're going to need to go to a triple tune or a longer boat. Obviously, Triple toon gives us more buoyancy, which increases that capacity rating sticker. A longer boat gives us more buoyancy or displacement, which increases that capacity rating. In those two examples, it also increases the horsepower rating. Okay, so a lot of triple toons, you know, what we do is we base price them with a 150, and that boat may be rated for a 200 horse, and of course we can upgrade to a 175 or 200 or whatever horsepower motor that you want. There's also things like extended swim platforms where we extend the deck in the back of the boat and the tubes in the back of the boat. That gives us a longer boat actually, where we're taking, say, this 22.5 footer, and we're extending the tubes in the deck by 2 feet out the back. Now we actually have a 24 footer, and therefore our horsepower and our person capacity rating goes up. So, kind of in a nutshell, that's the thing to think about is how many people do you want to bring with you on a summer's day? I want to touch on one more thing, length when it comes to rough water. You may have heard people in the past say, yeah, we were out pontooning and we hit a big wave, and we had a whole bunch of water come over the front end of the boat. Well, that's due to one of two possible things. Number one, usually it's due to having too much weight in the front of the pontoon and not enough weight in the back of the pontoon. We want to keep the weight distributed throughout the boat evenly, or more weight in the back. That keeps the bow up when we hit those big waves. The other thing is a short 20, 18, whatever, 19, the shorter pontoons are going to do this more when you get into rough water. The longer the boat it is, the less it's going to be bouncing in between those waves, and the less likely it is to get water over the front end of the boat. So, in our upcoming videos, we're going to do some more on triple toons and things like that, and I'll talk about capacity on some of those boats. But for right now, that's really all I have for a twin tube pontoon and capacities. Thanks so much for watching. If you're considering buying a fishing boat or a pontoon, here's some easy ways to reach Family Marine. Call us to set up a private showing of any of the 50+ boats currently in stock. Attend one of our boat shows on the second Saturday of every month. Of course, the best way is to simply stop in our store. Family Marine is located 3 miles north of Willmar on Highway 71. Willmar, of course, is located 70 miles west of Minneapolis on Highway 12. Visit our website at familymarineboats.com for more boat previews, and check out our Buyers Resource Center packed with educational videos for boat buyers. You can see Family Marine on Facebook, YouTube, or simply email or call us with any questions you may have. If you've enjoyed these videos, please like and comment below. Thanks again for watching.